he sent a text to his wife, Brittany, letting her know he was going to be a little late. Upon entering the home, Brad was shot several times with a high-powered rifle and collapsed to the ground. Brad immediately began returning suppressing fire until he was out of ammunition. His bravery and will to fight allowed the other deputies to safely retreat out of the home.
This episode of Best in the Vest is dedicated to the sacrifice and the life of Master Deputy Sheriff Bradley Michael Link. Today we meet and speak with Sheriff Grinnell of Lake County.
Well, Sheriff, we're here, obviously, in Lake County, for the purpose of donating active shooter vests. But we did it for one reason. We wanted you to know how much we support your agency. We know the tragedy that occurred, the loss of your officer, Deputy Link. And it's important for us to be able to let you know how much America supports everything that you do, law enforcement, and we support our Thin Blue Line. But could you give us a little bit of detail? What happened on that event? Why? I know it was tragic. You had 2 officers wounded, 1 killed, but can you give us any particular background as to, is it a normal call, a different call? What was the response?
Yeah, that was August the 2nd of this year, and Deputy Bradley Link was working an off-duty detail for extra pay, and he heard deputies responding to a disturbance in the area that he was driving through, so he took it upon himself to go and to help those deputies out that were responding there, and little did he know that he was going to be walking into an ambush, and unfortunately he paid the ultimate sacrifice that night, and 2 other deputies were shot as well. They're now out of the hospital and recovering. But this agency is still healing from that. Master Deputy Bradley Link was just a cop's cop. He was excited. He'd just gotten into the Marine unit, got a brand new boat, and married to a beautiful lady, Brittany, and then it just all ended on August the 2nd.
I'm Michael Letts. I'm founder and president of Invest USA, which is a nonprofit established in 1993, over 32 years ago, for one sole purpose. That's to protect those who protect us.
I think, America, I want you to understand, it's not just the officer that makes the sacrifice. It's the family.
Yeah.
It's what they leave behind. And I want America to know this, that law enforcement, first responders, are very close in family. And when we lose one, whether it's on this side of the coast or the other side of the coast, we rally together. But we rally together with the backing of you, the American people, because we know how much you care. And so in this particular instance, I want to capitalize on something the sheriff just said. This was an off-duty incident. He didn't have to respond. This is the kind of heart that we have. This is what I keep wanting America to understand. It takes a special person to be a first responder. They don't do it for the money. Lord knows they don't do it for the money. They don't do it for the glory because of look what the mainstream media portrays them to be. They do it because they care about each one of you. They care about their community. They have a passion for people. And that's something you can't put a value on. So the least we can do is to let them know how much we support them. And so I encourage us to do a number of things. Make sure that law enforcement in your area have what is necessary to come home safe with their families. But I tell people, even more important than that, not that that's tremendously important, but when's the last time you told a first responder, thank you for your service? Because of the story you just heard, he didn't have to do it. He was off duty. It was in his heart. That's what represents law enforcement. You're so fortunate to have people that truly represent what law enforcement's all about. And so America, do me a favor today. Find a law enforcement officer somewhere today. You just have to throw up your hand and one of those big smiles. If it's not pearly, it'll work. Throw up a smile and say, thank you for your willingness to serve.
It goes a long way.
Goes a long way. Yeah. Sheriff, let me ask you, is there anything you'd like to say, not just to your community, but to America, about law enforcement, your experience, what got you into it, why you think they have such a passion to serve?
Yeah, here in Lake County, in the great state of Florida, and I believe that we live in the best county in the state of Florida, the support for law enforcement is tremendous. I think the state of Florida could be a role model for other states across this great nation. We have a great governor, we have a great attorney general, and so the support for this profession is there. Our community supports us. We work hard every day to keep that trust and support. But I will tell you that these men and women that put on the uniform, they put on the bulletproof vests to go to work, to serve this community, they do it because this is where their kids go to school. This is where their parents shop. This is where they live. And I tell people all the time, they have a vested interest in the quality of life in this county, and they want it to remain great. You said earlier they don't do it for the money. That's absolutely true. They don't. It's a calling, and I couldn't be more proud of the men and women that work here and in 12 police departments in this county. It's just awesome being a part of this great team.
Today, Invest USA is donating active shooter vests to the Lake County Sheriff's Department in honor of those who have fallen in the line of duty.
I'm Michael Letts. I'm founder and president of Invest USA. It's a national charity. We've been doing this for over 32 years. I've been in law enforcement for just about that long, so that goes to give you my age. But quite frankly, our main purpose is this. When we first started in 1993, 52% of law enforcement officers, believe it or not, nationwide did not have any protective gear. And so we started the charity for one particular purpose, all volunteer charity, to make sure that we showed our law enforcement officers how much they mean to us. And so we're here because America's appreciation for what this agency has done. We know you lost one of your own, and we wanted you to know that I know your community supports you. We can tell by the job the sheriff does, okay? But not just your community. Folks, America supports you. And so with that having been said, on behalf of all of our corporate sponsors, and you'll find this interesting, we have a lot of corporate sponsors. The vast majority of our funding comes from mom and pops. $15, $20 contributions, millions all across the country. That's how much they thank you. So understand, you made a great sacrifice. We recognize that. We thank you for it. But we, as a country, thank you for that. Not just your community. The entire nation bonds with you. We stand with you. We have your back. God bless you. God bless America. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate the donation.
Remember, the next time you see an officer, know that behind every badge is a story worth telling. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time on Best in the Vest.